Just within the last 2 hours, the Supreme Court temporarily blocked a Texas court decision that was preventing people from receiving medication for abortions. The order, issued by Justice Samuel Alito, fully put on hold the Texas judge's decision that would have made it impossible to get the abortion pill by mail. Alito says the Supreme Court's ruling will stay in effect until midnight Wednesday. Now, this comes as just yesterday, Florida Governor DeSantis signed into law a ban on most abortions after 6 weeks of pregnancy here in Florida, but it could be months before that takes effect, if at all. At issue is whether Florida's current 15-week abortion restrictions violate the Florida Constitution, guaranteed right to privacy. Take a look at this map. Since Roe versus Wade was overturned last year, 13 states have banned abortion with few, if any, exceptions, including Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana. Georgia has also implemented a 6-week ban, making Florida a destination for those seeking abortions in the Deep South. News4Jax reporter Ann Maxwell joining us live with what the reaction has been here on the ground. Ann.
Joy, here at Planned Parenthood, the parking lot was packed earlier today. A staffer said they've been working late all week because of that legal wrangling over an abortion pill. For clinic escorts on the ground, though, they say nothing has changed for now. But one volunteer told me that they expect there to be a lot of confusion and panic among people seeking abortions in the months to come. Under the newly signed Florida Heartbeat Protection Act, those performing or actively participating in an abortion after 6 weeks could be charged with a second-degree felony. Conviction would mean up to 5 years in prison. Florida Democrats are outraged.
This bill is a radical, a near total ban on abortion that will put lives at risk while denying Floridians freedom and bodily autonomy.
But some staunch anti-abortion advocates like Andrew Shervill of Florida Voice for the Unborn think the law doesn't go far enough.
But we do lament the fact that Florida had an unprecedented opportunity to be completely abortion-free, and the legislature and Governor DeSantis really dropped the ball on it.
The 6-week ban does not apply to survivors of rape or incest, who would still have access to abortion for up to 15 weeks. However, they would need to bring documentation, like a police report or medical records. The law also allows exceptions to save a pregnant woman's life. In a UNF poll of close to 700 Florida voters last year, 57% opposed the 15-week abortion restrictions proposed at the time. Speaking at Liberty University this morning, Governor DeSantis spoke about how his administration handles critics.
We also said that we're not just going to sit back and try to avoid issues or hope that issues get resolved, not want to wade into things because we're worried about creating any type of blowback. Any decision you make as a leader, there's going to be some people that like it. There's going to be other people that don't.
It's not clear when or if the Heartbeat Protection Act will go into effect.
You know, how are they going to enforce that? It's all self-reporting. And so there's not a police officer or any other enforcement officer actually in the abortion facility saying, hey, I think you're overestimating the gestational age of that unborn child.
That issue is now pending before the Florida Supreme Court. Abortion rights advocates are arguing the 15-week abortion ban violates Floridians' constitutional right to privacy. One of the plaintiffs is a Jacksonville abortion clinic called A Woman's Choice. In a statement, it says, if the Florida Supreme Court rules to eliminate Florida's right to privacy, we would have 30 days after that ruling to enforce the 6-week ban. This could be months from today. The new law also provides additional funding for non-abortion pregnancy support services. We'll be keeping an eye out for the state Supreme Court's decision on this, but for now, Florida's 15-week abortion restrictions remain in effect. Reporting live in Jacksonville, Ann Maxwell, Channel 4, the local station.